In this video, we'll talk about what a check is in chess. So the rule for a check is when I make a move and the following move, I can capture your king with my piece. For example, in this position, white's king is under check because black's queen can capture white's king in the next move. Okay, so let's work on some exercise. Let's start with this position. So how many different ways can black give a check to white? So we already started with this one. I'll give you a couple more and then you can try to find the rest. This is another check. This is another check. There's a few more different ways to check using black's queen in this position. But test yourself, try different ways, try to remember how does a queen move, and then you figure out what other possible checks there are. All right, let's work with all the other pieces as well. All right, so in this position, the rook has two different ways to make a check. I'll give you one. Rook to f5 will be a check. Quiz for you to find the other way. And hint, this way we give the check vertically. The other way you give the check horizontally. All right, let's use a bishop. Again, with the bishop, there are two different ways. And I'll give you one. This is a check. And there is another check in the other direction. That's a quiz for you. All right, let's start with the knight next. Two different ways to check. This is one where the knight is giving a check to the king, and there is another square for the knight to give a check. Test yourself. Lastly, let's do with a pawn. Pawn is straightforward, you can only go forward, but after it goes from e3 to e2, right now it's giving a check on the king on f1. And similarly, what's the check for this pawn? Right, before we finish this video, I want to make sure that you learn that you can never use your king to give a check to your opponent's king. So for all the other pieces, you can try to capture your opponent's king in the following move by giving the check. But with your own king, you cannot go here, here, or here, because kings cannot capture each other. But other pieces can give a check. Okay, I hope you learned what a check is. Try to play with a friend, quiz each other, and then work together to learn the rules for check. In the next video, we'll talk about how to respond to a check.